respond. This inquiry is due to last for
a big long line of ambulances already sat there round corner.
He survived the Manchester Arena bomb attack, but was left in a coma for 3 weeks, and he joins us now. Thank you very much.
What are the chances you ring an ambulance? Sometimes you can't even get a fucking ambulance for hours.
The hearing this morning.
Ariana Grande concert, there was a fucking whole line of them all parked up round corner.
Just hope they're going to come out with what they say and tell us the truth, what most of us already know.
That's right, mate. Most of us do.
To what you've heard so far?
It is, yes, because there's so many alarm bells warning you should have stopped this from happening.
No, the alarm bells are there after, mate, when it's happened.
Since the attack, you were in a coma for 3 weeks.
Let's don't forget that guy who was roaming around shouting Ella, Ella, Ella.
And what impact that's had on you?
Pointing camera at his face.
I'm on my left foot now, but my heart and my lungs have got popped through. They've seemed to recover really well through excellent work by the NHS, and I've had great support through friends, family, especially the rugby community.
Don't forget the Queen visiting that hospital, and that woman, that girl saying, when the Queen asked her, and she says, oh yes, it all went like clockwork. We'd rehearsed it 2 weeks ago. It went like clockwork.
Struggling to get back to rugby, which is my biggest goal, but obviously that's a fight I'm not going to give up on.
How close were you to the bomber?
I thought us further away.
There shouldn't be no air. How close were you to the bomber?
And did you see him?
I'd seen him early on walking around, looked like students who just come out with his gear on. He was standing, so obviously you could realise he was struggling to
I seen him walking around with his gear on.
That's part of what's been heard this morning, that the weight
What's he referring to, gear?
Was so heavy, it bent him over.
I've seen the video clip, yeah, when he was walking, he would have stood out, but as I said, he should have been stopped before he even got sat there.
None of that makes sense what he's saying. I seen the video and he was walking.
About the moment when the bomb was
well, if he was there, he'd be walking, wouldn't he? That doesn't prove nothing.
To see my daughter, because it was the most exciting thing. She's been waiting for Christmas. She's waited 3 or 4 years to see Ariana Grande. Obviously, she loved us a bit.
He looks nervous.
Now to this day, and to be honest with you, on the night, I thought it was a machine gun because of the flashlights and the ricochet of the bolts and the nuts.
Ricochet of the bolts and the nuts? That looks a bit sus.
Obviously, when the drugs started wearing off, I realised...
Notice how they've got to say the words of what the narrative was. Bolts and nuts from a bomb, and he's got to say...
He's also obviously struggling with it at the moment, but...
The ricochet from the bolts and the nuts. What sort of person would say that?
What do you want to come out of this inquiry? I mean, I know that you've said, obviously, that it shouldn't have happened.
He'd be talking more about him and his daughter, his family, wouldn't he? Oh no, but he's got to bring up the ricochet of the bolts and nuts.
Because it could have been stopped. The police afterwards have been actually fantastic in what they've done and getting the rubber over and what they found out. But a lot of the evidence before this happened was there, and he should have been stopped. He should have been stopped. He was took off the watch list with heavy alarms.
Why have YouTube been calling all other people's videos what disgust?
The evidence around that is not going to be something.
This Ariana Grande concert bombing.
That is going to be heard behind closed doors for security.
Isn't it a good thing to discover two sides of versions? The media's versions and the people's versions. Oh no, but they've been terminating everything, all the videos, what other people have been shredding apart. The facts.
He was rescued by our Navy fighting for ISIS. He was on the watch list. Do you know, so why was he just
fighting for ISIS? Oh no, he's reading the script, man.
What part are you going to play in the inquiry? Because I know that
ISIS, ISIL, Taliban. What mean the names changed so much since fucking 9/11. It's unfucking believable, isn't it?
We'll be kept in the dark quite a few things. Really find out a few things about an hour before it comes on the news.
Well, we're of course going to be following it and covering it. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and we'll talk to you again, no doubt, as the hearings progress. Thank you very much.
Your cheque will be in the post, mate.
Thank you.
Your cheque will be in the post.
An opposition leader in Belarus is reported to have been snatched from the streets of the capital Minsk. Witnesses say Maria Kolesnikova was pushed into a van by masked men. Her whereabouts are not known, but a police spokesman said that they had not detained her. This is her yesterday during a large anti-government demonstration in Minsk, decrying the re-election of President Alexander Lukashenko. Kolesnikova sits on the coordination council that is calling for a peaceful transfer of power amid weeks of demonstrations by critics of President Lukashenko, who say he rigged last month's election. Opposition to his
everything's rigged now. What ain't rigged?
Down by security forces on protesters. Police.
What mean, where's that country where a guy's just been fucking
detained on Sunday?
Where Putin is, isn't it?
The legal battle
Germany. The guy's just been fucking poisoned because he's a fucking political opponent. Oh, we don't want him. Let's poison the guy. Fuck me.
Charges relating to the disclosure of thousands of secret military documents. It claims the leak
This is a public disgrace.
agents and sources.
Julian Assange being banged up. How they brought him out? Oh, they didn't show all that then, did they? No, because it was fucking atrocious how they had fucking hold of him, about 8 fucking police.
Practice social distancing. Nearly 3,000 new positives yesterday. Matt Hancock urged younger people to consider the potentially fatal effects
fake positives.
on the older
fake positives.
Correspondent Nick Triggle is with me now.
They've got to boost the figures and prep for the fucking vaccine.
Hospitalisations are not, and that's primarily because the cases are in younger people.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's not in older people now. The cases are in younger people. Don't you find that a bit bizarre now? Kids are getting back to school. Is that what they're going to use next? Because kids are in school.
New cases, so it's very.
It was all old folks start with. Now they switched it round. It's all fucking younger people. Amazing virus, isn't it? There.
Better off looking at the 7-day.
The only virus that knows times, dates, and places,
1,800 mark. That's
and how it's picking up ages.
July, but we are testing more. But I think we are seeing a rise, and as you say, the majority of the cases are in younger age groups.
Can you believe people like him? It's complete fucking
people aged in their 20s,
UK sellouts.
And 30s, and that does explain why the.
Oh, it's hitting people in the 20s and 30s, they're saying.
Numbers of deaths aren't going up. But I think what will be crucial now in the coming months is to ensure that the infections we're seeing in younger people aren't then...
Infections we're seeing. You're the fucking infection.
That will require a concerted effort.
BBC's the infection.
Protect care homes, ensure there's regular testing in place. Last week we heard that regular testing of care home staff and residents.
They're spreading the fucking virus, BBC. Brainwashing virus.
It will also require everyone to take precautions to
manipulating fucking public minds and fucking people around the world who can get watch fucking BBC.
At risk, but this is a virus there's no immunity to, so it is going to be a very difficult winter.
The virus has no immunity.
Cases have increased.
I'm getting over a fucking flu virus, a fucking flu summit now. I am. I'm in middle stages of it, I think. I'm all bunged up.
Cases a day. This is going up. We should expect this.
I had the fucking shits Friday. Fuck me.
Viruses.
Don't know what the hell was this fucking bug. I've never had shits with on top of a fucking a cold and a flu thing. No exaggeration, folks. I must have gone toilet 12 times. I could have shit through I have a needle.
There's a lot to suggest we shouldn't.
As you can imagine, all back at pan, all splattered. Sorry, give you the gory details.
There's some places to think about how our everyday lives have been.
Thank God it only lasted a day. I think last time I runted back was about 9:30 at night.
And the infections, but certainly we're seeing rising cases. Some of this is down to more testing. The more we look for the virus, the more we are going to find. But cases are going to go up.
Well, they haven't mentioned that about running toilet, have they, with COVID? So it ain't a COVID, is it?
And monitor very closely what happens with those as well.
Thank you.
Loss of taste and smell and fucking running to the toilet, shitting through my every needle. They never said that.
Today, with rail operators saying up to 90% of their normal services should be running. There will be additional and longer trains on many routes, particularly at peak times. Latest figures from the Department for Transport show rail usage in Britain is at 31% of pre-pandemic levels. David Sidebottom, Director of Transport, joins me now. Thank you for joining us.
All then, sheep.
So capacity is going up, but will there be the passengers to fill it?
Well, the figures speak.
Never-ending supply of sheep, all
that we're doing with people who are returning to rail, or perhaps have not used rail for 6 months, indicates there's no great rush to get back. I think people are concerned about the cleanliness of trains and their confidence. They're always doing a lot to make sure that the trains are running punctually, reliably, and doing lots of things to make sure trains are clean. But until people are encouraged to perhaps go back into
make sure trains are clean,
or as we're going to see this week and next week, back into education.
Fucking hell.
We might
How's about don't clean?
Increase the number of people using rail.
That'll be the best thing. If there was a true virus, the best thing is not clean.
Services as a result of what
let you all be as what it is going to be, so they can get, so we'd get immunity. That makes common sense to me.
Changing the way that we work, working from home more. I think
you'd eradicate a fucking virus quicker. I've got a fucking cold and this flu and I've had shits, like I say, Friday. Should I wipe down all my fucking house, stop everyone else getting shits?
In a different way, we see different types of agreements between government and train operators.
I live here with 2 other people, my brother and my mother. They're not fucking telling me, oh, you better disinfect this whole house.
The number of people coming back to leisure
no.
travel, the off-peak travel, but of course we're getting into autumn and winter now, so they might see a slight temporary downturn on that again. So it's up for grabs really in terms of what the future looks like. There's big decisions for politicians coming up in the next couple of weeks as the current arrangements come to an end with train operators.
What would you like to
tell you some of this today, this morning's news, I'm glad I recorded it. It's a fucking whole heap of bullshit, isn't it?
High levels of punctuality and reliability continue. Passengers are telling us they want to see more evidence of cleanliness on trains being cleaned, staff around to make sure that people are challenged when they're not wearing a face covering on public transport.
Challenged when you're not wearing a face covering. How bad is that?
Confidence, and certainly something that feels a bit like a headache.
Glad I don't take trains because I'd be challenged.
Incentivise people to go back to travel and actually sort of
no fuckers gagging me.
Start to return to work on a temporary basis, a workplace on a temporary basis.
Fucking muzzle in my fucking face.
To do so and build that confidently but safely at the same time.
David Sidebottom, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I think that must be it, is it?
Hello, this is BBC News with Joanna Gosling. Our headlines. On the eve of another set of crunch Brexit trade talks, the government warns it will rewrite...
About 20 minutes of fucking bullshit for you. Well, 30 in it, I think.
With a series of knife attacks in the city which left 1 person dead and 7 others injured.
1 person dead and 7 others injured.
The Manchester Arena terror attack begins this morning as families of the 22 victims look for answers.
You know, just the feelings of apprehension there, and the feeling that you might never get the full story of what's going on. Who's to blame and all that.
You might never get, he says. Oh, he's fucking right there. We will never get it. Those who are fucking behind all these fucking terror events. What we all know.
In Suffolk says one of its students in year 11.
We'll never get the fucking truth. They're not going to tell the truth, are they?
School this morning, a person was seen receiving medical.
I know what it's all about. It's been a fear campaign for fucking years around the world.
Novak Djokovic apologises to the line judge he hit with a tennis ball.
A fucking fear campaign. Scare everyone to fuck. Get everyone in a state of submission. And look where we're at now. Lockdown. You're submitting. When we fucking was in lockdown, everyone running their houses. You submitted. Fear campaign worked, didn't it? Anyway, that's your bullshit morning. I'm going to get a nice cup of fucking tea, some breakfast. Whatever you're doing, folks. Try and keep your spirits up and try and enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. Not that many days or weeks are enjoyable. My emotions are fucking high, low, left, right, fucking you name it. I was telling my brother again yesterday, I was fucking on top of not feeling well myself like at the minute, but my emotions are all over the bloody show with what's going on. And that's just how it gets you, isn't it? Because we're frustrated, because we know what's going on. Right.